And now the emperor, with all the grandees of his court, came to the weavers, and the rogues raised their arms, as if in the act of holding something up, saying, "Here are your majesty's trousers. Here is the scarf. Here is the mantle. The whole suit is as light as a cobweb, one might fancy one has nothing at all on, when dressed in it, that, however, is the great virtue of this delicate cloth." "Yes indeed," said all the courtiers, although not one of them could see anything of this exquisite manufacture. "If your imperial majesty will be graciously pleased to take off your clothes, we will fit on the new suit, in front of the looking-glass." The emperor was accordingly undressed, and the rogues pretended to array him in his new suit, the emperor turning round, from side to side, before the looking-glass. "How splendid his majesty looks in his new clothes, and how well they fit!" Everyone cried out. "What a design! What colors! These are indeed royal robes. The canopy which is to be borne over your majesty, in the procession, is waiting," announced the chief master of the ceremonies. "I am quite ready," answered the emperor. "Do my new clothes fit well?" asked he, turning himself round again before the looking-glass, in order that he might appear to be examining his handsome suit. The lords of the bedchamber, who were to carry his majesty's train, felt about on the ground, as if they were lifting up the ends of the mantle, and pretended to be carrying something, for they would by no means betray anything like simplicity, or unfitness for their office. So now the emperor walked under his high canopy in the midst of the procession, through the streets of his capital, and all the people standing by, and those at the windows, cried out, "Oh, how beautiful are our emperor's new clothes! What a magnificent train there is to the mantle, and how gracefully the scarf hangs!" In short, no one would allow that he could not see these much admired clothes, because, in doing so, he would have declared himself either a simpleton or unfit for his office. Certainly, none of the emperor's various suits had ever made so great an impression as these invisible ones. "But the emperor has nothing at all on," said a little child. "Listen to the voice of innocence!" exclaimed his father, and what the child had said was whispered from one to another. "But he has nothing at all on!" at last cried out all the people. The emperor was vexed, for he knew that the people were right, but he thought, the procession must go on now. And the lords of the bedchamber took greater pains than ever, to appear holding up a train, although, in reality, there was no train to hold.
1 grandee, a person of high rank or eminence. 2 act, take action, do something. 3 trousers. 4 scarf, a length or square of fabric worn around the neck or head. 5 mantle, a loose sleeveless cloak or shawl, worn especially by women. 6 cobweb, a spider's web, especially when old and dusty. 7 virtue, behavior showing high moral standards. 8 courtiers, a person who attends a royal court as a companion or advisor to the king or queen. 9. Array, dress someone in the clothes specified. 10. Robes, a long, loose outer garment reaching to the ankles. 11. Canopy, an ornamental cloth covering hung or held up over something, especially a throne or bed. 12. Quite, to the utmost or most absolute extent or degree, absolutely, completely. 13. Bedchamber, a bedroom. 14. Train, a long piece of material attached to the back of a formal dress or robe that trails along the ground. 15. Felt, a kind of cloth. 16. Betray, be gravely disloyal to. 17. Innocence, he state, quality, or fact of being innocent of a crime or offense. 18. Exclaim, cry out suddenly in surprise, strong emotion, or pain. 19. Whisper, speak very softly using one's breath rather than one's throat, especially for the sake of secrecy. 20. Vexed, annoyed, frustrated, or worried.